We're glad to have three guests, members of the CEO class for Effingham County, as our guests this morning. They have a big event coming up next Thursday night. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Appreciate you joining us today. Would you please step to the microphone and identify yourselves?
Hi, my name is Parth Maheshwari. I go to Effingham High School.
I'm Patrick Martelli, and I go to St. Anthony High School.
And I'm Abby Martin, and I go to Beecher City.
All right, thanks you three for being here, and don't be shy about the microphone. We want to hear what you have to share. Now, next Thursday, the 31st, is the event. It's an afternoon workshop, and is it overstating it to say that it's designed for grown-ups who always wish that they'd had a CEO class available to them when they were in school?
Absolutely not. I think whenever we wanted to do the CEO experience, we took in mind that every business we go to, a lot of the times they'll tell us, wow, I really wish we had this whenever we were in high school. You guys have such a great opportunity. You guys are learning so many intangibles for success that we never got a chance to learn until we failed a few times. So what we actually did, we got a great array of speakers that are a really well-rounded base of practical knowledge and inspirational knowledge that will be able to teach you all about, Patrick, do you want to tell us a little bit about our first speaker?
Okay.
Our first speaker, it's the keynote speaker of Madeline Johnson, and she actually started her own company of where it's a magazine and like how to live and stuff. So she's going to be talking a lot about that. And the theme of her talk is "A Flame Begins with the Spark of a Dream." And so she's basically going to go through her 40-year journey of Signature Home Styles, which was her magazine.
That sounds fun and inspirational.
Yeah.
We also have different breakout sessions during the day. There are 2 different breakout sessions, and in each track there is one that's more inspirational and one that's more practical for business purposes. And so Mr. Linval will be speaking in our first breakout session about the lessons of CEO, and then on the more practical side we have Dwight Erskine presenting about etiquette, which is important no matter where you are in your professional journey, whether you're just starting out or whether you're more advanced. Etiquette is something that everyone needs to know. Also, in our second breakout session, we have Kyle Packer, who is more on the inspirational side, and then Leon Holschbach from Midland States Bank will be talking about entrepreneurship. And so they will both be wonderful breakout speakers.
So nice balance of people who will appeal to your senses, and then a lot of people that will give you practical information.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Trying to complement one another. I ask students this every time they come in to talk about CEO. What is it about each of you, and I'd like each of you, Abby and Parth and Patrick, I'd like each of you to tell us what is it that's really mattered to you, or what's been important to you about CEO? How's it been significant to you as an individual?
Well, I think the biggest thing about CEO is that before it, you go into the class not knowing how to interact with people, and after you come out knowing how to talk to people, which is one of the biggest keys to success in your life. So after going through the experience, you learn how to talk to people, learn how to communicate with people, and actually connect with them at a personal level. So I think that has always been the biggest thing for me. And then another thing that's been great about this program is that I now know how to get along with all sorts of type of people. I mean, I get along with my parents great. My relationships with my friends are getting better. So it's definitely an enriching experience for me as a person.
Patrick or Abby?
For me, I think the best part about it is the atmosphere which we learn. We're not confined to a textbook, whereas it's just all on us. The atmosphere is created where we can think however we want, and we learn to think, and I think that's great about it. It's definitely helped me think outside the box about a lot of things and just think differently about class, and I think that all amounts to me learning more than if I were with a textbook. And the class is a business class, but we learn a lot more than just business in the class. It's about life as well.
And Abby?
For me personally, I think it's just really given me a place to belong. We call each other our CEO family, and they really do mean the world to me. And just the people that we meet through CEO and the connections that we make will go into our future and be very beneficial to us, and the relationships that we're forming now will just continue to grow, and that's wonderful.
And I know we want to focus on the event next Thursday, but I'm always interested in the students as individuals. you all are involved in extracurriculars, about 5,000 things, as I recall. Has this helped you as far as time management?
Absolutely. I would say knowing how to not procrastinate as much is definitely a good thing for a high school student to learn. So I think that whenever you can get your life organized more, you find yourself doing things you've never done before. So finding time for things you've never had time for. So it's definitely great being able to organize my life and not miss any assignments and stuff like that. So that's definitely a big key.
I also think it's helped in the sense that it just changes your perspective and you really see what is important in your life. And that's changed a lot for me.
Okay, so you little bit of prioritizing.
Definitely.
I'll be darned. That's interesting. Now, Parth touched on this, but I know sometimes it's difficult for young people to relate well to adults, to speak, to have confidence around them. And I know the CEO, from what I've heard, has greatly enhanced that in the lives of young people.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Well, so we've talked about the experience. It's coming up this next Thursday, the 31st, and it will be an all-afternoon event and a lot of neat things with special speakers and things like that. Now, what if I want to attend? What do I need to do?
We do have a conference website. It's www.effinghamconference.com. And so all of the information is on there. There is a registration form available on the website that you can print off and send in. You can send in checks, or you can also call in by credit card, whichever is best for you. Or you can also contact Mr. Linval or Mr. Probst or any of the CEO class members that you know.
So again, it's coming up next Thursday. Remind me again where it's going to take place.
It'll be at the Keller Convention Center, 1:30 to 5 or 1 to 5:30, and you can come a little bit early, and there'll actually also be a networking opportunity with some hors d'oeuvres from 4 to 4:45 before the last keynote speaker, which is actually, can I talk about a little bit about him?
I wish you would, because he sounds like he's done like 16 different things in his life.
He's seriously incredible. He actually, Dr. Tom Hill, he was a professor at the University of Missouri, and whenever he was 50 years old, he said, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm getting tired of this. He got up, he left it, and he started selling Remax franchises. And over the next, I think, 10 years, he built the southeastern part of Remax. He actually ended up owning that. Sold over $3 billion worth of real estate.
Wow.
And then he actually was asked to co-author the Chicken Soup for the Entrepreneurial Soul. He wrote that, and then he also wrote the 6 Characteristics of Success. So what he'll actually be talking about that day is the 6 characteristics of success. What are the characteristics that differentiate the 85% that are clueless from the 15% that have life figured out? So Dr. Tom Hill, he also, his great theory is you should be able to surround yourself as a person with such a vast network that if you want to meet with any person in the world, you should be able to do it with 2 phone calls or less. So if you want to meet with the president of Dell the next day, you should be able to contact someone that knows him, or you should be able to have a network that vast.
Wow.
So it's pretty amazing, his philosophy. And amongst that, he also, he's a really well-rounded person. He's a marathon. He's 76 years old, I believe, and he's running a marathon in the next month or 2. So, it's incredible, that type of person he is.
Sounds like it's going to be a great afternoon. And you mentioned the website address. Tell me again, though, just to make double sure.
It's www.effinghamconference.com.
Very good. All right. Well, Abby Martin and Parth Maheshwari and Patrick Martelli, thanks so much for being our guests, and all the best to you. It sounds like next Thursday is going to be a great evening, a great afternoon, and thanks so much for filling us in.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sapp.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure.